Hello, welcome once again, folks, to another video for your Serie A predictions and betting tips for this week. I hope you had a wonderful game week before the World Cup. Well, I hope you had a wonderful World Cup too. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a really wonderful tournament, filled with surprises. But we're not here to discuss that today, so we're just going to jump straight into our predictions and betting tips for the Serie A this week. And we're going to start here with Salernitana versus AC Milan. And for this game, my predictions are I'm going to take AC Milan to win here, and both teams not to score. In terms of a combination bet, if you'd like to take one, I'd suggest we go with either team to win and both not to score. In terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm going to say here AC Milan to win this one 2-0. Now, if you don't want to take a correct score bet or you're not pleased with the odds and the straight up bet, you can always go on the handicap system, and I'd suggest you take AC Milan to win this one by a goal. Alright, so you're in $2.25 for that, and that's really lovely. So I'm going to recap predictions now for Salernitana versus AC Milan, and for this particular game, I'm expecting AC Milan to win. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a combination bet or double chance, I'd go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me is 2-0 in favor of AC Milan, and on the handicap system, I'll go with AC Milan win this one by a goal. Alright, so those are my predictions for Salernitana versus AC Milan, and now we're going to move on over to Sassuolo versus Sampdoria. And for Sassuolo versus Sampdoria now, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Both teams were not their best before we break the World Cup, so let's see how they come back. This should be an interesting one. I'm expecting both teams to score here. In terms of a combination bet, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I am going to lean with the home team, and that's Sassuolo. So I'm going to take them here to win 3-1. In terms of the handicap system now, folks, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Sassuolo to win this one by a goal. Alright, you're getting $3 for that, so that's really lovely, yeah? So recapping predictions for Sassuolo versus Sampdoria. First up, we're going to start with a double chance bet, and that's either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me is 3-1 in favor of Sassuolo. In terms of a handicap system, I'll go ahead and I'll take Sassuolo to win this one by a goal. Alright, and also I expect both teams to score. Yeah. Let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Spezia versus Atalanta. And for Spezia versus Atalanta now, this should be another good matchup. Yeah, Spezia versus Atalanta. Let's see how this one will go. We expect Atalanta to win, but I don't think they're going to go in there and run over Spezia. But I do expect Atalanta to win. Both teams to score, I would say no, both teams won't score. In terms of a combination, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm going to say Atalanta to win this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Atalanta to win this one by a goal. Alright, Atalanta to win this one by a goal. Also, if you're interested in other combination bets, you can always go ahead and you can take this one is a good one, a draw or Atalanta and under 4.5 goals. This is a really good one, so you could take this one as well. I think that's almost guaranteed, if you ask me, yeah, that particular outcome in this game. Alright, anyways, let's just go ahead and recap the predictions for this game now. Spezia versus Atalanta. I'm expecting Atalanta to take this one, $1.65. And in terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, both teams shouldn't score. In terms of a combination bet, I go with either to win and both to score. And then my predicted scoreline is 2-0 in favor of Atalanta. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going ahead and I'm taking Atalanta to win this one by a goal. Alright, so those are my predictions for Spezia versus Atalanta. Now we're going to move on to our next game, and our next game will be Torino versus Hellas Verona. Alright, and for this game now, I'm expecting Torino to take care of business. They're usually a difficult team at home, and they're not easy to get by. So I'm expecting them to handle business here. I'm expecting them to win, expecting them not to concede. And in terms of my combination, I'll go with either to win and both not to concede, both not to score, I should say. And in terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm saying here Atalanta to win this, not Atalanta, Torino to win this one 2-0. In terms of the handicap system, I'll go ahead and I'll take Torino to win this one by a goal. Otherwise, I would take them, I take it for a draw, yeah. just in the case where game ends 2-1, but I'm really not expecting Torino to concede, but you never know. Yeah, as I said, in terms of double chance and total goals, we have a number of options here that really good options, I'd say. Torino or a draw and under 4.5 goal, that's a really good one, so you can take that as well. Yeah, and so also you could also take Torino or a draw and under 3.5. That's a really lovely odds. Yeah, so let's recap predictions for Torino versus Verona. I'm expecting Torino to win here at all on 80. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, both teams should not score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me 2-0 in favor of Torino, and on the handicap system I'll go ahead and I'll take Torino to win by a goal. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for Torino versus Verona. Now we are going to slide on over to Lecce versus Lazio. And for Lecce versus Lazio, I'm expecting here sorry about that, I'm expecting Lazio to take care of business. I'm expecting that Lazio can continue the way they have been. And it's time for them to improve, and I think it starts now. Yeah, so Lazio to win, both teams not to score. In terms of combination bet, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying 2-0 here in favor of Lazio. In terms of the handicap system, three-way handicap system we're using here now, folks. So Lazio to win by a goal, we're getting $4 average. That's really lovely. And that's all due down to how poorly Lazio have been for the better part of this year, and also some part of last year as well. So let's recap our predictions for Lecce versus Lazio. I'm expecting Lazio to win here at $2.05. I'm expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a combination bet, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline for me is 2-0 in favor of Lazio. On the handicap system, I'm taking Lazio also to win this one by a goal. Alright, so that's how it goes for Lazio versus Lecce. And now we're going to move on to Roma versus Bologna. And for Roma versus Bologna, I'm expecting here, I'm expecting Roma to take care of business. So Roma to win. It's Bologna, both teams to score. In terms of a combination bet, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here, Roma to win this one 3-1. In terms of a handicap system now, and go ahead and I'll take Roma to win this one by a goal as well. That's $2.75, so that's really good. Really lovely odds. Yeah, recapping predictions for Roma versus Bologna, I'm expecting Roma to win at $1.57. Both teams not to score, $2.05 for that. That's good. In terms of a double chance / combination bet, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score and both to score. Yes. Predicted scoreline 3-1 in favor of Roma. On the handicap system, I'll go ahead and take Roma to win this one by a goal. Alright, so let's move on to our next game, and our next game will be Cremonese versus Juventus. And for Cremonese versus Juventus now, there should be another cool matchup, I'd say. Cremonese versus Juventus, I say both teams to score, and I'm gonna go with this combination bet, either to win and both to score. Pretty good scoreline for me. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna take Juventus to win this one 3-1. Otherwise, I think they win 2-1. Maybe 2-0, but I'm gonna take 3-1 for this one. And in terms of the handicap system, as I say, you can always take bets on this. Yeah. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go with Juventus winning by a goal. You could also take this bet here. A draw or Juventus to win and under 3.5 goals. Yeah, but based on my predicted scoreline, we're not going to have under 3.5. Yes, but I think it's a very strong possibility in this game. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and recap our predictions here. Yes, my first up, I'm expecting Juventus to not Juventus, expecting both teams to score. Yeah, both teams to score. I have both teams scoring, and that's $1.95 if that does happen. In terms of combination bet, I have either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline is 3-1 in favor of Juventus. In terms of handicap system, I'm going ahead and I'm taking Juventus to win this one by a goal. That's $2.75. Right. So those are my predictions for Cremonese versus Juventus, and now we're going to move on to our next match, and our next match will be Fiorentina versus Monza. And for Fiorentina versus Monza, I'm expecting Fiorentina being at home, usually a tough team at home. I'm expecting them to win. And so here I'm taking Fiorentina to win at $1.70. Both teams to score, I'd say no, both teams won't score. In terms of my combination bet, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted score line, I have Fiorentina winning this 1-2-0. In terms of handicap system, three-way we're using now, I'll go ahead and I'll take Fiorentina to win by a goal, and that's $2.90, yeah. So recapping predictions now, Fiorentina to win at $1.70, both teams not to score at $1.90. Combination bet, either team to win and both not to score. That's $2.20. Predicted scoreline here is 2-0 in favor of Fiorentina. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going ahead, I'm taking Fiorentina to win this one by a goal, and we're getting $2.90 for that. Yeah. So those are my predictions for Fiorentina versus Monza. Now we're going to move on to Inter Milan versus Napoli. This is the biggest clash of the return of Serie A for this game week, and so this one is going to be an interesting one. Napoli, they have been high flying all season, all year long, and so it's going to be a very tough matchup. Chances are this one could end in a draw, but I wouldn't be surprised if Inter Milan finds them to beat Napoli. So I'm going to go here with Inter Milan to win, both teams to score. Combination bet, either to win and both to score. Predicted score line, I'm saying here 2-1 in favor of Inter Milan. In terms of the handicap system, three-way we're using here now, Inter Milan to win by a goal, but I'm going to take a draw here based on my predicted scoreline. Yes, alright, because if this game does end 2-1 on the handicap system, then it would be a draw. Hence the reason I'm taking a draw here on the three-way handicap system. Alright, folks. Alright, so let me just go back and do a recap of my predictions for Inter Milan versus Napoli. And I'm expecting Napoli to... No, not Napoli. I'm expecting Inter Milan to win here. Yes, I guess y'all are saying, hey, you should be expecting Napoli to win. Napoli is the better team, better form. Yeah, they have been destroying teams all season long, yeah. But anyways, Inter Milan to win here at $2.20. Expecting both teams to score. In terms of a combination bet, I'll say either team to win, either team to score. Both teams to score and either to win. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Inter Milan. And on the handicap system, I'm going ahead and I'm taking a draw based on my predicted scoreline, right? So that's how the cookie crumbles for Inter Milan versus Napoli. Now we're going to move on to the final game for this here game week, and it is Udinese versus Napoli. And for this game now, I'm expecting this one. Udinese, they have been doing well at home. I think Udinese is in the top 5, if memory serves me correctly. Let me just step the stands in here, folks. Well, Udinese, they have slid all the way down to 8, but they're on 24 points, and this is 3 points from 6, yeah. So from 6th position, that is, and so that's what it is, yeah. And the last couple of head-to-head matches, the last 5, you've had 2 wins for Udinese and 3 for Empoli rather. So let's give the predictions for Udinese versus Empoli. And for this game, I am expecting both teams to score. In terms of a combination bet, I would say either to win and both to score. In terms of my prediction now as to who will win this game, this is really and truly anybody's game, and I would be surprised if it peters out into a draw. Yeah, but I'm going to lean on the side of Udinese because they're at home and they've been doing fairly well at home since the start of the season. So I'm going to give them the edge, a 2-1 edge, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised, as I said earlier, if this ends in a draw, yeah. Or but maybe Empoli end up squeezing them, yeah. So in terms of the handicap system now, three-way handicap system, just like we did just now, we're gonna have to take a draw here, yeah, based on my predicted scoreline. Yes, in terms of combination bets, I would go ahead and I'll say either Udinese or a draw and under 3.5 goals. So that's not a double chance bet. Yeah, so recapping predictions for Udinese versus Empoli, I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of a combination bet, I go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Udinese. On the handicap system, I'm taking a draw based on my predicted scoreline. And in terms of a double chance bet, another double chance bet, that is, I'm going with Udinese to win or a draw, and total goals under 3.5. Alright, so those are my predictions for Udinese versus Empoli, and that's how the cookie crumbles for this week of your Italian Serie A. Yeah, I hope you took notes. And I want you to subscribe to my channel. Whenever you do so, please ensure that you click the notification bell, and remember to spread the word about this channel so that other folks can come on and enjoy what we're doing here. And this is just another way to earn passively. Yeah, just to multiply what you're earning, and after you earn from betting, then you reinvest it in something else, such as maybe forex trading, or you invest it in a car or in your home, and then you grow from there. Yeah, but anyways, folks, thank you for joining me this week, and as I usually say, I say happy betting and enjoy the rest of your weekend and take care.